Morning everybody, just a little bit of Sunday morning viewing, and I thought I'd just make a little quick video about breakfast. So overwhelmingly in the triathlon, running, etc. kind of world, I think most people would have porridge for breakfast. Everyone's read Paula Radcliffe's book. She eats porridge, banana and a bit of honey in there, I think. So essentially it's a breakfast almost exclusively of carbohydrate. Now if you're racing, I think that there's a good case for that. But if you're not training in the morning, then you're probably better having another kind of breakfast. So if you were to have a breakfast which was more protein and carbohydrate, protein and fat based, and then you weren't training and say until after your lunch, then that's going to help you from a body composition point of view, because in the morning we're quite sensitive to insulin, and insulin is what we produce when we eat carbohydrate or consume carbohydrate to kind of bring the blood sugar back down. And insulin is well known as kind of a fat storing hormone, so we want to kind of manage our insulin as much as possible. So in Paula's case, she's eating that porridge because she wants to fuel her session, her running, her racing, her training, which she will do in the morning predominantly, or did do. If you're not training in the morning, I would say opt for a more protein fat-based breakfast. I had this morning 3 scrambled eggs, 3 rashers of bacon, 2 fistfuls of spinach. So there is some carbohydrate from the spinach, but obviously a minimal amount. So what that will mean is that my blood sugars are more stable, and to just fuel my everyday existence, I'm more likely to tap into fat burning rather than burning the carbohydrate that I've put into my body, and as such not burning the fat, if you like. So I think it's well worth a go. I'm lucky, obviously, doing what I do for a living, and I train in the afternoon generally, so I will always have a non-carbohydrate based breakfast. Then I'll have carbs with my lunch to fuel the next session, and then carbs afterwards to kind of help with recovery. Sometimes I do train in the morning, and sometimes I would still not have carbohydrate, because if I've had sufficient carbohydrate the previous day, then I'm going to have a decent amount of glycogen stored within my muscles and my liver, which will then help fuel the training again. If I was to do something which is kind of more weight training based or some intervals, then I would have some carbohydrate, because that's going to kind of help fuel it. So I hope that makes some sort of sense to you. The basic premise is, if you're not training in the morning, try not to eat a carbohydrate breakfast. Alright, see you next time. Sorry everybody, I seem to not be able to figure out how to switch it. Oh, there we go. See you now.